three things I want to talk about. First thing, is season 2 better than season 1, or is it worse? Second thing, is Kaneki, too much or too little in season 2? One of the things I thought was that Kaneki wasn't really that much in the series. The third thing for me was that I was really surprised about the old guy being the owl. I didn't know that. And when he transformed right in front of our eyes into the big owl, I was so surprised. I was like, I didn't see that coming. But I was 13. Yeah. Weird. I didn't really fully comprehend or something. And I didn't really like season 2. But I've got good news. Season 2 is actually better than I thought it was. And Kaneki is actually more in the series than I initially thought he was. It's just that we don't get to see his mind. We don't get to see his thoughts. We don't get a reason why he's doing certain things. And we can only speculate on the things he actually says out loud. For example, in the prison, when he's kind of getting beaten up by another ghoul, he says, I need to protect everyone. I need to protect people at Anteku. So he transforms into this weird looking ghoul that's much stronger, but he loses his sense of self. Weird trade-off, but it happens. And he's beating up everyone uncontrollably, but it kind of works. He deals with it. That's the only way you kind of get his motive. And we see him sometimes, we see him for a little bit, and sometimes he's absent for almost the whole episode. But it's all about him, just not directly. And we don't get to see what he's thinking. Which made it feel like he wasn't really in the season, but he is. More than I initially thought 6 years ago. I must say that season 2 is worse than season 1, just because I don't know. I just like season 1 better. I don't really see how they could have done season 2 better as well. But just season 1 was just better. Oh, I have a good reason for this. One of the reasons for me is that season 1 had just the right amount of upscaling in hype. Season 2, however, it was kind of hype. We start right off at the fight, and then it fizzles out a bit, and then we have this weird episode where Toka wants to go to university at it's 4 letters, Kami or something, Kamii. She wants to go to school there, and she meets Hide, and that's actually very interesting because they talk about him. But no, it might have been another episode, but there was an episode where it kind of went downhill in terms of quality, in terms of hype, in terms of tension. There wasn't really enough tension. There was kind of world building, which is kind of weird. And it's not world building, but it's just a filler episode almost. It didn't really feel tension. There wasn't really that much to look forward to. And after that episode, I genuinely struggled to get to the next episode, to watch the next episode. And I didn't have that with season 1. Season 2, I did have that. I can't tell you which episode exactly, but it happened. Yeah. But it was also very emotional. Another thing that I thought was really interesting was seeing that girl with all the red, what you call it, just things, the red stripes and stuff. What do you call those stitches? The red stitches. I know it. The red stitches. The girl with the red stitches. She hasn't really experienced grief before. She had a really weird upbringing because she's human, but she grew up with ghouls and she became like this murderer or something. It's really weird and twisted, but in a good way. It was sick and twisted, but good writing way. But she's never experienced grief or before, and she didn't really understand it. But then this guy dies, right? And she looks at it, and she cries, and she is sad, and she experiences grief for the first time. And I felt very sad, because it was very sad. I thought it was really well done, and that's kind of it. Don't really have much to tell. Maybe in the next one I will talk about the season 2 manga as well, because I haven't read that, but I need to, and kind of make a comparison. And then I will also watch season 3 of Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah, that's kind of it. Okay, that's way better in my eyes. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one.